here for my eye. And then from here, I'm just going to pass this to a backward lever. 1. So what I want to do is disarm this grab. This is coming in here. So I want to stop that. I want to stop that. And while I'm stopping this, bringing this in, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
So I disrupt them that much further. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So think about a downward knife edge strike to this point right in here. I'm pounding this pressure point, right? And I'm doing a palm strike to the chin. Once I stretch them out, I'm just going to go through, and there's my backward lever. Goes 1, lean back, strike, 2, pass through, and there's your lock. Number 2 is going to start off similarly. I'm going to go 1, I'm going to go 2, I'm going to come 3. So I want to stop the attack, I want to disrupt him, then I'm going to come back. And you see how I use my initial number 1 as my basic. And then from here I'm simply going to step, and I have 2 techniques. I have both armpit armbar and the outside wrist lock. Right? 1, 2, here, here, or together. I'm sorry. Goes like this. I can even make this one look, an inside wrist lock. Armpit armbar. Or again, once I have this, I establish control. This now belongs to me. Right?
Sure.
Yes. Evil genius.
Sa.
Activate the wrist. Hook into the pit of the throat. Down here. Try to keep your forearm on here. Bring him down. As he goes down, lock into your chest. Right. So with these, Patrick, the first thing you have to learn, so see how I'm doing it in a reverse grip fashion?
Sir.
This can also be done in a forward grip fashion. And before you do any of these techniques, you make sure you have your rope, which is primary, basic, and then from there you graduate to the chain whip, which is using that tennis ball configuration I made for you.
Sure.
And then eventually it translates into the rope dart, which is a little bit further. Okay? So the first thing you're going to work on is keeping the 6 and 12 on this forward circles, right? And then I'm going to translate this to this side, and the same thing, 6 and 12. So that's the first thing you're going to learn is from here to here. You translate from here to here. Translate from here to here. This is very unforgiving. With a staff, if you whack yourself, that's one thing. If your body gets in the middle, you hit your shins, you hit your head. You will whack your shins, you will whack your head, you will crack your jaw with this if you don't pay attention. So once we get this, then we can connect them with a big emphasis. If you notice, Patrick, every time I get on this side, it's straight up and down. When I get to this side, it's straight up and down. And when I do my figure 8, can you see how they line up?
Sir.
Right. And then from here, you learn how to turn that into your uppercuts. Same thing, uppercut on this side, uppercut on this side, and combine your figure 8s, and then turn that back to where you're coming from. Or you can actually step, which we've done in staff, we've done in sword. I can do it advancing. I can do it retreating. Alright, so that's the basics of spinning around your body without any footwork or with footwork advancing. And then we're going to start utilizing different parts of our body to wrap and change its direction. So from here, I'm going to use my right elbow to change it to this side. See that? So instead of just going from here to here, I'm using my right elbow to transfer it over here. And then eventually that will become one motion. And then I can use the right elbow on the way back. So I can come from here on the way back. And then using, just like I used my elbow, both in this hand, forehand and backhand, you can use your leg, same thing. Just, now, I'm using this uppercut motion. This could also be done in this direction here, using this to shoot it like kind of over my shoulder. See that? I can use my knee for that. And I can use my foot for that. So you have to learn to translate these circles into a shooting motion. And how to recoup it. That's just some of the basics, okay?
Sure. Thank you.
From this lock position in here, well, I went and got it, didn't I? From this lock position here, there's a couple things. Right now, both my hands are tied up. I can transition from this position here, or I can transition from this position here. I'm going to show you how this one works right in here, okay? So, we have here, we come back to here. I'm going to grab this one and put the lock in. So to free my hands, probably makes sense to free this hand here. How do I do that? I'm going to pass this here, right into my forearm, and now my hand is free. Okay? Another way I can do that, this is all from Daniel Santo, thank you very much, sir. Comes from here, and then from here, I'm going to pass this into my armpit. So now I still got the lock, and I still have my hand free. I can take them down, and so on. Does that make sense? Yes, sir. So we're going to take the basic X arm bar, pass it to the forearm, penetrate, as I control my opponent from the stand-up, free one hand, or I'm going to take that same arm bar, this straight part goes into my armpit, headbutt, strike, takedown, and so on. Does that make sense? All right, try it.
Both sides.
Ha ha ha.